Today, I want to give you the main thing on how to show people about your best side. In this journey we call life, it's easy to believe that the road to success is paved with constant victory, that every step taken is a step forward, never backward. But be honest with ourselves. How often does life truly unfold in such a straightforward manner? The truth, though often hard to embrace, is that setbacks and failures are not just part of the journey. They are essential to it. Let me share a story with you. A few years ago, I faced a setback that shook the very foundations of my professional life. I had invested everything, time, money, energy, into a venture I believed was a surefire success. And yet, despite my best efforts, it failed. I remember sitting in my office late one night, staring into the dark, feeling a weight of defeat I had never known. It felt as though the world had stopped believing in me, and worse yet, I had stopped believing in myself. But here's the thing, feeling defeated is not the end of the story. It's merely a chapter, and it's what we do when faced with these chapters that defines our path forward. This brings me to the heart of what I want to share with you today. Resilience and perseverance are not just buzzwords. They are the very essence of overcoming failures, not about never falling. It's about how we choose to rise after we fall. Now, let me ask you, have you ever faced a moment in your life where everything you'd worked for seemed to crumble before your eyes? What did you do in that moment? Did you let it define you, or did you see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and push forward? The beauty of resilience is that it's not a trait you're born with. It's one you develop. It's a decision to get up when life knocks you down, to learn from the experiences that didn't go your way, and to keep moving forward with the knowledge that each step back is set up for a greater comeback. So how do we cultivate this resilience? How do we ensure that we're not only able to face our failures, but to use them as stepping stones to greater success? The first step is to recognize that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a universal experience that holds valuable lessons for those willing to learn. Think back to a time when you overcame something you initially thought was insurmountable. What did that feel like? Hold on to that feeling, because it's proof that you have what it takes to rise above, no matter how many times you fall. Remember, this never best side isn't about hiding your failures. It's about showcasing your ability to overcome them. It's about demonstrating resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. And most importantly, it's about understanding that the path to success is a mosaic of experiences, both good and bad, that shape us into the individuals capable of achieving greatness. Woven with the threads of experiences, aspirations, and dreams, there lies a universal thread common to all. This inevitable facet existence, often shrouded in negative connotations, is not a marker of personal worth nor a signpost of inadequacy. Rather, it's a testament to the courage to strive, to reach, and sometimes to fall short. It's essential to grasp this intrinsic aspect of failure. It is a shared human experience, not an isolated incident that befalls the unlucky few. Every individual who has dared to dream, to aspire beyond the visible horizon, has encountered failure. It is as inevitable as the changing of seasons. Yet despite its universality, society often casts failure in a harsh light. There exists a stigma around falling, a silent yet potent societal pressure that equates falling with weakness, with losing. This perception permeates through the fabric of our interactions, shaping how we view ourselves and others in moments of vulnerability. The fear of failure, then, becomes not just a personal battle, but a societal one, where the act of falling is seen as something to be avoided at all costs, rather than embraced as part of the learning process. It's crucial, therefore, to redefine our collective understanding of failure, to shift the narrative from one of defeat to one of opportunity, growth, and resilience. This redefinition begins with each one of us in how we treat our failures and those of others. By changing our perspective, we can change the culture around failure, transforming it from a source of shame to a wellspring of insight and innovation. Imagine a world where failure is not met with judgment, but with curiosity, where the question is not, why did you fail, but what did you learn? Pause for a moment and reflect. Think back to your most recent setback. Recall the initial sting of disappointment, perhaps even the shadow of doubt that crossed your mind. How did you react? Did you see it as a reflection of your worth or as an opportunity to grow? This reflection is not just an exercise in introspection, but a step towards embracing failure as an integral part of your journey. The true measure of our strength lies not in how we avoid falling, but in how we rise after we fall. It's an understanding that every setback, every failure carries within it the seeds of wisdom and growth. When we start to view failure through this lens, we empower ourselves to learn, to adapt, and to persevere. As we navigate through our own stories of trial and triumph, the understanding that failure is not the antithesis of success, but a stepping stone towards it. Hold on to the knowledge that our worth is not defined by how many times we fall, but by how many times we stand back up, fortified by the lessons learned. There's a concept that stands as a beacon of hope, a force so potent yet so understated. Imagine resilience as the very fabric of our being, a material that, no matter how stretched or compressed, always returns to its original shape. It's our ability to bounce back from the adversities and challenges that life invariably throws our way, our innate capacity to emerge from difficulties not just unscathed, but stronger, wiser, and more determined. Okay? Now you might wonder, how does one cultivate this remarkable quality? How do we ensure that when the storms of life hit, we're not just enduring, but thriving, using these challenges as catalysts for growth? The journey to building resilience is both simple and complex, woven from the threads of mindset shifts, self-care, and realistic expectations. Start with our mindset, the lens through which we view the world around us. It's about shifting our perspective from seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles to viewing them as opportunities for growth. This doesn't mean dismissing the pain or difficulty of these situations, but rather acknowledging them and asking, what can I learn from this? It's about cultivating a mindset of growth where every setback is a setup for a comeback. Equally important is the practice of self-care, the art of nurturing our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's about recognizing that to weather the storms, we need to be in our best shape, and that means taking care of ourselves. It could be as simple as ensuring we get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, or engage in physical activity. It's about giving ourselves permission to rest, to recharge, and to seek support when needed. Setting realistic expectations plays a crucial role in building resilience. It's about understanding that while we may strive for excellence, perfection is an unattainable and often destructive goal. It's about setting goals that challenge us, but are within the realm of possibility, and understanding that sometimes, despite our best efforts, we may fall short. And that's okay. It's not about lowering our standards, but about setting ourselves up for success by recognizing our limits and working within them. Let me share a personal story that embodies the essence of resilience. There was a time in my life when I faced a profound setback. A project I had poured my heart and soul into fell apart. The disappointment was palpable, the sense of failure overwhelming. In the aftermath, I found myself at a crossroads. I could either let this defeat define me or use it as a stepping stone. I chose the latter. The journey wasn't easy. It required me to dig deep, to confront my fears and insecurities. I had to shift my mindset to view this failure not as an endpoint, but as a part of the process. I focused on taking care of myself, ensuring that I was mentally, physically, and emotionally equipped to tackle the challenges ahead. I set new, realistic goals, understanding that while the path might be different from what I had envisioned, it was still leading me towards my ultimate destination. This experience, though painful, taught me invaluable lessons about resilience, about the incredible power we all possess to overcome adversity. It showed me that resilience is not just about surviving, but about thriving, about using our challenges as a catalyst for growth and transformation. As we navigate the complexities of life, remember that resilience is within each of us, waiting to be nurtured and cultivated. Approach challenges with a mindset of growth, take care of ourselves, and set realistic expectations. And when we find ourselves faced with setbacks, remember that these are not the end of our story, but an essential part of our journey, opportunities to demonstrate our resilience and emerge stronger than before. Each of us plays a role, defined by the script of our choices, actions, and yes, our failures. But let me share with you a perspective that has the power to transform the very essence of how we view setbacks. Imagine, if you will, that each failure we encounter is not a blockade, but a disguised lesson. Hidden guideposts pointing us toward paths we might never have explored strengths we didn't know we possessed, and insights that can propel us forward in ways we hadn't imagined. You see, the failures that we so often dread and try to avoid are, in reality, cloaked lessons. They're opportunities masquerading as obstacles, waiting for us to uncover the wisdom they hold. But to unlock these lessons, we must first shift our mindset. We must look beyond the immediate pain and disappointment of failure to see the potential growth and learning it offers. This shift is not just beneficial, it's essential for anyone aiming to achieve great things. It requires us to adopt a mindset of adaptability, to be fluid and flexible in the face of change, and to view each setback not as a final verdict on our capabilities, but as a stepping stone to greater achievements. Consider for a moment the process of learning to ride a bike. The falls, the scrapes, they're all part of the journey. With each fall, we learn something new about balance, about speed, about the importance of persistence. Without those initial failures, the joy of finally gliding effortlessly on two wheels would never be realized. The same principle applies to every facet of our lives. Each failure brings with it invaluable lessons that, once embraced, can illuminate our path forward. Now let's delve a bit deeper into the essence of adaptability and growth. To grow from failure, we must be willing to adapt, to reassess our strategies, and to be open to new possibilities. This adaptability, this flexibility in thought and action, is what allows us to navigate the unpredictable waters of life. It enables us to take the lessons learned from each setback and apply them to future endeavors, to adjust our sails when the winds of circumstance shift unexpectedly. But growth from failure is not a solitary journey. It's a collective human experience, and there's incredible power in sharing our stories of setbacks and resilience. So I invite you now to turn to the person next to you and briefly share a lesson you've learned from a past failure. Take a moment to do this, and as you share your story, listen to theirs. You'll find that in sharing our vulnerabilities, we discover our shared strength. I hope you found that exchange enlightening. Sharing our experiences of failure and growth not only helps us feel less alone in our struggles, but also reminds us of the common thread of resilience that binds us all. It highlights the importance of a growth mindset, of viewing each failure not as an endpoint, but as a catalyst for development, for reevaluation, and for renewed effort. Let me remind you that the journey toward achieving our dreams is often a mosaic of successes and failures. Each piece, no matter how seemingly insignificant or painful, adds depth, color, and texture to the masterpiece that is our life. The failures we endure are not mere stumbling blocks, but stepping stones, each one a lesson in disguise, teaching us, guiding us, and preparing us for the successes that lie ahead. Remember, the power to learn from failure, to adapt, grow, and ultimately succeed lies within each of us. It's a choice we make, a perspective we adopt, and a journey we undertake, armed with the wisdom gleaned from every fall. So embrace our failures, uncover the lessons they hold, and move forward with the confidence that in the grand narrative of our lives, every setback is an opportunity for growth, and every failure disguised guidepost leading us toward our greatest achievements. Where each of us is both the author and the protagonist of our own story. There comes a moment, a defining moment, when we stand at the crossroads of what has been, what could be. It's in these moments, often birthed from the ashes of our failures, that we are presented with a golden opportunity, the chance to start anew. Imagine holding in your hands a blank page, an untouched canvas upon which you can paint the dreams of tomorrow without being tethered to the setbacks of yesterday. This is the beauty of embracing new beginnings. It's the understanding that every day, every moment offers us a fresh start, a chance to redefine our journey and move closer to our aspirations. But how do we seize these new beginnings? How do we ensure that this fresh start propels us toward our goals and not back into the cycle of past mistakes? The answer lies in the power of setting actionable goals. I'm talking about SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This isn't just a catchy acronym. It's a roadmap to success. It's about taking those lessons learned from past failures and using them to construct goals that are not just dreams but destinations. Imagine setting a goal so clear, so well-defined that you can almost touch it, see it, feel it. That's the kind of goal that moves you, that pulls you forward even when the path gets steep. But setting goals is just the beginning. The journey toward achieving them is where the true challenge lies. It's in staying the course, maintaining focus and motivation despite the obstacles that will undoubtedly arise. And they will arise. The path to success is seldom a straight line. It's fraught with detours, roadblocks, and unexpected storms. So how do we stay the course? How do we keep our eyes on the horizon and when the seas around us are churning? First and foremost, it's about belief, self-belief. It's about nurturing that inner conviction that you have what it takes to achieve your goals, no matter how lofty or far-fetched they may seem to others. This belief is the anchor that holds you steady, the compass that guides you through the stormiest of seas. But even the strongest of sailors needs a crew. And that's where the importance of support systems comes into play. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support your dreams, and are there to lend a hand, a word of encouragement or listening ear when needed. These are the people who will celebrate your victories and help you rise when you fall. They're an integral part of your journey, a reminder that you're not alone in your quest for success. And when the obstacles seem insurmountable, when the weight of your goals feels too heavy to bear, remember why you started. Reflect on the progress you've made, no matter how small, and let that fuel your determination to press on. Celebrate every milestone, every step forward, for these are the tangible markers of your perseverance. Moving forward with courage is not a lack of fear, but a mastery of it. It is the decision to take the first step, and then the next armed with the lessons of the past, the clarity of well-defined goals, and an unwavering belief in your ability to overcome. It is the understanding that setbacks are not the end of the road, but signs which guide us towards our final destination. Commit to accepting each failure as a stepping stone. Set goals that challenge and inspire us and stay the course with unwavering focus and determination. Let's move forward not with panic, but with courage, knowing that we have the power to create our destiny, to turn our dreams into reality. I want to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon, exploring the realms of resilience, the invaluable lessons tucked within our failures, and the unwavering courage that propels us forward. The essence of what we've discussed isn't just about overcoming obstacles, but about transforming our perspective to see setbacks not as barriers, but as gateways to growth and self-discovery. Let me share with you a story that resonates deeply with the message we've woven today. There was once a young entrepreneur whose first venture failed spectacularly. Faced with mounting debts and a tarnished reputation, the path ahead seemed bleak. Yet, instead of allowing this failure to define his journey, he chose to see it as a profound learning opportunity. He meticulously analyzed where things went wrong, took to heart the lessons learned, and with a resilience born from his setback, he embarked on a new venture. This time, armed with the wisdom of his past failures, he succeeded beyond his wildest dreams. Today, he stands as a testament to the power of embracing failure, not as the end, but as the catalyst for greater achievements. This story mirrors the message I hope you carry with you today. The understanding that each setback, each stumble is not a mark of defeat, but a stepping stone towards your grandest aspirations. It's through the fires of our failures that our resilience is forged, giving us the strength to rise time and again with a courage that is undeterred by the specter of past defeats. Look at your next blow with a new lens. See it not as a defeat, but as an opportunity to grow, refine your perspective, and get closer to your dreams. Take a lesson from today, whether it's the power of resilience, the gift of learning from failure, or the courage to keep going, and apply it to your life. It is the light that guides you through the storms, the anchor that keeps you steadfast amid the waves of doubt and fear. I want to express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of your time and for your openness to embracing a new perspective on failure and resilience. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment to personal growth and to the journey of self-improvement that lies ahead. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's a mosaic of experiences colored by our triumphs and our setbacks, each one contributing to the masterpiece that is our life. Thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. As you step into the future, armed with the lessons of today, remember that within you lies an unstoppable force, a resilience that can weather any storm, a capacity to learn from every setback, and a courage that propels you forward, undaunted by the challenges that lie ahead. Let's move forward, not with trepidation, but with the confidence of knowing that we are equipped to face whatever comes our way. together embrace the journey, setbacks and all, and march towards our destinies with resilience, wisdom, and an unwavering courage. Thank you.